Good afternoon, artists. Here I am with my art dog, Emmylou, for our daily art lesson. This one is focused a little more on 4th and 5th grade. However, I think younger kids can do this if a grown-up helps them with the drawing step. They could still do it. Before I show you today's lesson, I want to give you a couple of ideas for things you can do at home right now while we are all staying home in order to be healthy. One thing you can do is start saving your recycled items, just like I do at school. Here I created a little rocket ship to show you out of a soap container, some toilet paper rolls, a juice bottle, and a Dentifloss container. Another thing you can start doing is start saving any cool paper scraps you have. Because later on, we're going to do, not today, but on another day, we're going to do a collage project, and you can do collage very well with saved paper that you don't really want to use for anything else. Here's our lesson for today. We're focusing again on warm and cool colors. And this one you can use a ruler for, you can trace shapes, you can use a compass, whatever's in your home. So I have a ruler, but let's pretend you don't have one, because some people don't. Any straight edge will do. So you draw some random lines on your paper, like I'm doing now. All right. Not using a ruler, I'm not using any special equipment. There's my lines. Now you trace some shapes. So let's say I trace a masking tape. Okay. Let's say I trace this circle right here. This is a cover. That would work well. I could trace this circle. It's a different size. I can go right off the page like I did yesterday. If you recall, we call that cropping. What if you don't want a circle? What if you want a triangle or a square? That's fine too. You can just draw a triangle just like that, or draw a square or a trapezoid just like that. Okay? Now, some people like to put Sharpie down, like to go over their pencil with Sharpie. That's fine. You do not have to. It's totally up to you if you want to. It'll make your lines be a little bit crisper. So, I'm going to go over my lines now with the Sharpie. And I'm not really worried about being perfect. I'm not worried about making mistakes. Just having fun, doing some artwork. I know my lines will show up a little better if I have a Sharpie, but it isn't necessary. Some of you might remember the reason we use Sharpie sometimes is it doesn't smear. So if you went over your lines with a regular marker, for example, it will smear when you have another color. Sharpie doesn't do that. That's the advantage of Sharpie. It does have a smell that some people don't like though. So if you don't like it, don't use it by all means. So here's my lines. And then I want to pick out a warm color and a cool color. You only need 2 colors for this lesson. And I'm just about done with all my Sharpie lines. And then I want to pick out my colors. And then I'm going to label. I think it's easier if you label what color goes where with pencil first, because of course, as we know, we can erase pencil. So I'm going to pick out, for my cool color, I'll do turquoise, and for my warm color, I'll do orange. Now is the part where you got to focus a little bit. So, you don't want your colors to touch each other. So let's say this color is turquoise, then this color has to be orange, and this color has to be orange, because turquoise can't touch turquoise. That would make this color turquoise because that's orange, and that would make this one orange. Let's do a little coloring so you're not confused. Okay, here's my turquoise. Once I do a little bit of this, I think it'll make sense. And you can see how, if you're in kindergarten or first grade, or maybe second grade, you could still do this if someone helped you draw the lines and make the shapes, because we can always all get better at coloring. So this project is available for K through 5 if the younger kids have some help. Tomorrow's project will be geared toward a little younger. I'll follow that pattern. Okay, so here, probably some of you are starting to understand this now. And if you think back to yesterday and today's in the art room, cool colors are the colors of the ocean. Blue, green, purple. Warm colors are the colors of the sun. So red, yellow, pink, orange. And if you make a mistake, keep going. Don't throw it away. Finish it and then try another one where you try to get the warm, cool coloring down. Remember, we're not worried about making our art perfect. We're not worried about anything. We're trying to use our brains and our eyes and our hands and have a good time. So, then I would go to my orange. And some of you may have noticed I did label ahead of time with pencil. That can help you so that you don't put the wrong color in the wrong shape. And if you do that, it's certainly not the end of the world. I make mistakes all the time. And most of the time, I don't even fix them anymore. So I know this is turquoise, so this has to be orange, so this has to be turquoise. This is orange, so this has to be turquoise. This is orange, so this has to be turquoise. So I hope this is starting to make sense. And you would just continue until your whole paper is filled in. And you can make as many of these as you want. Each one can be different. You can experiment using different colors. You don't have to use marker. You can use crayon. You can use colored pencil. Crayon can be a little smeary, but you could still use it as long as you understand it might get a little smeary and be prepared for that. Now here, I made a mistake. I'm not going to throw this away. I'm not going to get upset. I'm not going to say, I can't make anything. I'm a terrible artist. I'm not going to do any of those things. I'm going to keep going because I already know when I color that shape in with turquoise, I'm just going to cover that orange blob and nobody's going to notice. It's fine. So don't ever think that you're the only one who ever makes mistakes. We all make mistakes. It's just that when I make a mistake, I keep going. I don't make a big deal out of it. I only draw your attention to it to show you. Okay. Now I would keep going until this is finished. When it's all colored in, I can make a new one. So, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. I miss you.